Hello, everyone, and welcome to IMPROVATE's Medical Innovation Conference here in Budapest. IMPROVATE's vision is to serve as a platform to connect leaders, decision makers, and investors with technology, with the goal of making innovation and technology accessible to all, no matter where. We believe that technology is a force for good that can help create sustainable development. We also believe that Israel, as the startup nation, can be a major force in developing technologies to meet the world's challenges. Elad Ginat is Vice President of International Sales at Tutenauer. This special company works on sterilization and infection control solutions used and trusted in the healthcare and life sciences industries in more than 140 countries. Now, we're going to hand it over to Elad for a special presentation.
Hi all, thank you for staying. I know it's late in the afternoon. I will try to maybe wake up the room a little bit by speaking about things that are maybe not so much related all to medicine and healthcare. We heard a lot about AI, big data, digitalization of things. I'm going to talk to you about heavy, old school industry. Yes, it still exists. We're dealing with metal, we're welding pieces of metal, we're dealing with plastics. And I would like to take the opportunity to thank Ronit and Irena, Professor Rothstein, Mr. President, and the whole IMPROVATE organization to allow me to present Tutenauer. So Tutenauer was established 1925. I barely graduated from high school, but I know that it's almost 100 years. Company started as a very small, like a workshop, family workshop in Jerusalem, providing some sterilization systems or sterilization pots for some kind growing healthcare system in Jerusalem these days. Of course, it wasn't the state of Israel, it was the land of Israel these days. You can debate about that as well. In the 70s, or in the 60s and the 70s, the company became global, started to sell and introduce the products in the United States first. Yes, Mr. Rothstein. We decided to go to the United States first. Sorry about that. And then to Europe, and eventually the company became a global player. Three main things we learned over a decade of activity. First is knowledge. There's a massive amount of knowledge within the company. Obvious, goes without saying. Second is partners. We have a lot of partners all over the world who help us to sell our products and to service our products in all 6 continents. And by the way, if you consider Antarctica as a continent, I don't know if you do or not, then we're selling our products in all 7 continents. You will be able to find our products in research institutes in Antarctica as well. And last but not least is innovation. Tutenauer is very proud to lead the way through those 100 years with breakthrough and innovations throughout the years, always leading the industry in the right direction. This is where we are. The land of Israel, the state of Israel now is not that big, but kind of unique. I'm sure that all of you agree with that. We are located at the small city of Bet Shemesh, just about a few kilometers from Highway 1, which is connecting Jerusalem and Tel Aviv. And in this facility, we have over 500 workers who design, produce, and sell our products all over the world. Aside from our headquarters in Israel, which you can see in green, we have 2 other manufacturing facilities, one in the Netherlands and another one in Long Island, New York, and some home offices, front home offices, spread all over the globe from Mexico all the way to the eastern region of China. I was asking to myself before I prepared this presentation, what is differentiating Tutenauer from other companies? What is unique with Tutenauer when you compare it to other sterilization players in the world. And I think this summarizes it all. Tutenauer can go big, very big. You will see it shortly. But Tutenauer can also go very small, and I will try to explain in the next few slides. You know, when Erdogan, when you may like him or not, when he came to power, he had two main goals. And that's aside from building a 1,000-room palace in Ankara for him and his staff and his family. First one was to make Turkish Airlines the #1 company in the world, airline company in the world. He understood very wisely that through that he can make or turn Istanbul into an international hub and make it some kind of a crossing bridge from travelers all over the world when they go from east to west. That was the first one. Second one was to rebuild or to establish the Turkish healthcare, which was in a very bad situation. And this is an example only for one hospital that he built in Istanbul, which is the third largest in Europe. And Tutenauer is very proud to be the company. You can take the under off, we don't need it. Tutenauer is very proud to be the company that was chosen to have the sterilization systems within this hospital, but not only to design it and manufacture it and install it. All the people that you see here in this video are Tutenauer's workers. They're sitting on our payroll, and they take care of the CSSD, of the sterilization system, in the hospital in order to make sure it works accordingly. Another nice thing about this project is that the hospital, or the Turkish government, didn't have to come up with millions in order to sponsor the CSSD. We charge them by the cycle. Every cycle the machine is running, we cash out money, and that works in a very good way for both sides. Next, Ankara. This one is going to be the largest hospital in Europe, okay? 3,200 beds. You can see the number of ORs and the CSSDs. This will be open in 2 months' time. Tutenauer will be there as well. Panama City. We fly across the Atlantic. Panama City is just like Istanbul. Think about it. It's an international hub for Latin America, from financial point of view, from a business point of view, and also from healthcare point of view. I've been in this facility 2 months ago. It looks much better now, believe me. Tutenauer is going to be there as well. So Tutenauer can go very big. But we are waiting for but to come. Maybe it will come later. But as I said before, Tutenauer can go also small. Now, okay, I promised you that but will come. Can you help me, please? We're stuck with but. But I can assure you that Tutenauer can also go very small, okay? Equipping small dental offices with single unit small machines. Or Tutenauer can go very small by providing a manual, simple machine to some veterinarians in the outbacks of Australia when they travel from farm to perform surgeries. And now I need my slides back. So please, if you can do something. Or we can always go for a good joke, if someone has one. I know only dirty ones, and it's not appropriate. Oh, okay, so Tutenauer can go small, as I said before. Only from evaluating our portfolio line, you can see different sizes of machines, different types of machines. Those are autoclaves that are operating on steam, high temperature. Of course, we have systems for low temperature, working on plasma for different sizes and different types and different volumes. And we have line of disinfection washers to have a complete sterilization and infection control provider in the healthcare market. Through that, we are able to serve hospitals and ambulatory surgical centers medical and dental clinics and veterinarians, that on the healthcare side, and life science and research institute on the laboratory side. And as I said before, we can go from a single product solution to a full turnkey solution to provide the best service there is in the industry. And all made under the requirement and standards of the CE, FDA, and so on. So what's our next steps? Why are we here? It's not that we are not existing in the Eastern or Central European market. We are. But we do believe, as President was saying, that the area here is under some kind of development stages of prosperity, and we do want to have better roots in this area. So if you find anything of this presentation interesting for you, you are able to contact us, or we contact you, or we just remain friends and we don't contact each other at all. But we are here to stay and to serve this market. Now, that basically concludes my 2-hour presentation, but I want to leave you with one last thought, if I may. I was very touched by Irena's presentation this morning, so thank you very much. I'm a bit of a sentimental guy, so I don't know if I need to apologize about it, but it was touching. We're experiencing changing. The world is changing. Okay, COVID. We're experiencing personal changing on our personal lives, business life, professional life. And the problem with change is that it brings some negative feelings or thoughts to us. It may cause some instability in our life. It may cause some uncertainty. It might hurt our routine. Basically, the human nature doesn't like change. We like to do everything as normal. I turned 50 3 months ago. 2 months ago. And life had taught me that if you see change as an opportunity, you will always win. And you will always prevail. So if you experience some kind of change in your life, always think about the opportunity and look for the opportunity. And if by any case you think about changing your sterilization system, then take the chance and make the change and see the opportunity. And I thank you very much for that.